What can I say? I told yous, he's on gear. But the problem is much bigger than Liver King, and here's why. For those of you who aren't aware of the rise of Liver King in the last few years, you've been living under a rock or something. Quick summary, he's basically just a fake natty who pumps loads of steroids, goes around chatting about eating liver and eating testicles, and preaching these 9 ancestral tenets, which is basically just like sleep more, eat good, meditate, and all that hippie crap, except the way he does it, he just wraps it in a little bit more of a different package because he's doing primal training and eating testicles. Anyway, he became notorious for going on podcast, and when people were asking him about his steroid use, him just denying it flat out.
So this is what I say to people that make this accusation. If you don't believe this is possible, then I suggest that you take that self-limiting belief, you put that shit in a fucking box, and you bury that next to all your embarrassing shit, and don't open your fucking mouth about it. Let that live with you.
But when someone quintuples down on the fact that they've never taken steroids, you start to think, oh, I wonder if they never have. Simply because they're so sure of themselves. Fun story, I used to work with a personal trainer who was juiced to the gills, and I used to say to him, come on, what are you taking? I'm thinking about getting on it myself. And he would swear till he was blue in the face that he's never touched anything. He was lying. The majority of these people lie about the steroid use because they're worried that it might discredit all the hard work that they've done. If you haven't got a clue about training or nutrition, and you just hear that someone's on steroids, you will just automatically think, oh, they look like that because they're on steroids, not because they've done all the hard work. So I do understand both sides of the story, and I understand being cautious about what you say because you don't want to influence people in the wrong direction. But when you're asked about it and you clearly just lie on all these massive podcasts, then that's what I don't like, because now you're just lying, you've got no integrity. So a few days ago, Liver King's bodybuilding coach leaked the emails between them both talking about Liver King's steroid cycle. Credit goes to Derek from More Plates, More Dates on this one, because he done an hour-long documentary style video exposing it all. But in those emails, we found out that Liver King was taking $15,000 worth of steroids every single month. That's not just dabbling in a little bit of Anavar or doing a little bit of Winstrol. That's like heavy shit. I know people who've taken a little bit of Anavar, a little bit of Test, and who've got insane results from it. He's doing 15 grand's worth of steroids every single month. It's not even a little mini white lie. And listen, when Liver King came out and I seen the whole facade and the gimmick, I knew what it was all about. He was just doing this 9 ancestral tenets and looking like a jacked gorilla in order to push an agenda and to get people to buy shit, which were his supplements. I know I could get on gear for the next 6 months, get in crazy shape, and then become rich, because I can just sell you my supplements and my training programs. A lot of people aren't smart. They don't put 2 and 2 together. They don't read between the lines. They'll just look at it like, oh, Liver King, jacked and in shape. He also says he's natural. Okay, maybe I should take his supplements. That's how people think. They don't understand what's realistic to achieve and what's not. That's why I go on about being natural so much. Go and follow me on TikTok, where they have arguments about this on a daily basis. Anyway, Liver King came out and done a confession video where he was owning up to it.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize because I fucked up, because I'm embarrassed and ashamed, because I lied and I misled a lot of people.
Okay, pretty straightforward so far. He's sorry. Let's keep going.
Before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I'm on steroids.
Yeah, but that was the whole point, wasn't it? You jumped on the gear so you could get this kind of exposure, so you could sell your supplements. So you're only sorry because you got caught.
Liver King, the public figure, was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression, autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive.
Yeah, of course it was an experiment. It was a strategic marketing plan. That's what your emails have exposed. This was the plan all along, to get a few million followers and sell your supplements. But something that I hate is when people like this start wrapping it up and trying to make it right by saying, I'm doing this for the depression and the mental health and the people out there committing suicide and the people with low ambition and low libido. You don't need to get on 15 grand's worth of gear each month and then lie about it on all the major podcasts to spread a positive message. I'm natural. I'm not really jacked. I've got a decent bicep, and I spread positivity. A lot of people think I'm negative, but I'm not. I'm just exaggerated. But that's what I hate. I know personal trainers who on Instagram preach positivity and meditation and peace and love and waking up in the morning, cold showers, when really the drug dealing, the bullies, hang around in gangs, and you get told by loads of people, oh, he's a knobhead him. It's all fake. That's why I keep it real. If I feel like complaining, I'll feel like complaining. All these PTs and Liver King, they say it's for the depression, it's for the meditation, it's to help men. No, it's not. It's to line your pockets.
So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch the stuff, not gonna touch the stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie. I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind, so who the fuck am I cheating?
You're cheating everyone out of the money and the wallets. It boils down to ethics at the end of the day. I don't care how many steroids you take or how much you spend a month on steroids. I only care when you're selling training programs and supplements and monetizing your physique and lying about it. So all these young impressionable lads are going to look up to you and go, oh, I want to look like him. How do I do it? Okay, I'll buy his training programs, I'll buy his supplements. Maybe then I'll look like him. He said he's natural. That's where it gets bad. I haven't even got a problem with you taking steroids and being honest about it and selling your supplements and your training programs, because at least you're being honest about the fact that you're using gear.
I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs. I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation. And I had convinced myself that this would be the wrong message to send to the 15-year-old boys.
He knows he's got a young audience. He will have known this years ago. I even know that I've got a young audience and I've only got a small channel and a small following. He's a businessman. He tracks his analytics just like how I do. And he actively made the decision to lie about his steroid use in order to push his supplements, claiming that it wouldn't be right and he'd send the wrong message to young lads. Now, I understand that he might think, okay, if I tell everyone about the fact I use steroids, that might influence a small minority of young lads to also jump on them to look like me. So on one hand, he could tell the truth. People will respect him for it, and maybe a small minority of lads might jump on gear because they'll want to look like him. Or on the other hand, lies about it all, uses his steroid-enhanced physique to push his supplements and his message, which then leads to a lot of people putting more money in his pockets.
I have only myself to blame. I did that, and it was all wrong. I will be better. I will talk about it openly, because I believe that there's a time and a place for pharmacological intervention monitored and managed by a trained hormone physician.
So why didn't you ever say that in the first place then?
I didn't feel 100% physically or cognitively. So I went to get monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician to see what the fuck was going on with my life. And so yes, it's true. I have tried several peptide combinations in an effort to increase my growth hormone, and it didn't work, meaning that my levels still remained below the normal level. So yes, it's also true that I've tried pharmaceutical-grade growth hormone, and I finally found success in managing therapeutic levels in the normal range.
I don't think 15 grand a month is going to put you in the normal range. That physique does not look like a physique that is in the normal range.
And no, I don't take any other steroids like nandrolone or winstrol, but I have tried them in the past without success.
This is exactly what The Rock said as well. He said he tried steroids in the past and they didn't work. Loads of shit.
The Liver King brand has had nothing, or at least very little, to do with my business success. My companies were already kicking ass, already successful before the Liver King public figure, growing at 50% year over year and still growing at the same pace after the Liver King public figure.
As a businessman myself, I understand numbers don't lie, but it's an extremely hard sell to claim that the Liver King brand and image had no impact on your supplements whatsoever. The sheer amount of impressions he would have been getting across his Instagram, TikTok and YouTube alone would have drove a lot of traffic to his website. So it's very difficult to believe that he had no impact on his supplement company's growth whatsoever.
I fucked up.
Even if we take a look at his Instagram, we can see he's only following 9 people here. Of those 9 people, he has his supplement company there. So So with the crazy amount of impressions and traffic that he'll be getting just to his Instagram alone, people will be checking out who he's following because it's only 9 people, and people will be clicking on his supplement company page. Now, one thing I'm happy about is I came on his Instagram the other day and people were singing his praises. Good on you, Liver King, for owning up. Well done. You're a real man. This is what ownership looks like. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, but he's already made the money. It's all right saying, oh, oops, sorry, oops, made a mistake. Oh, sorry about that. Making 100 million a year in my supplement company, but oops, I'll stop the steroids, guys. Sorry about that. If his entire brand went under now, it doesn't really matter. He's made the money. But coming back on here today, it seems like people also agree with me. People see through the facade. They see through the bullshit. I have respect for anyone willing to step up and own their mistakes, which we all make. If you're going to use the term extreme ownership with regard to this situation, you may want to look into what it means, as in an in-character circular apology with justifications and excuses is actually the opposite of what you were claiming to do ownership-wise. And it seems like this is in relation to some of the other comments. Stop dick riding him, roll on the floor laughing. He got caught, he messed up, and now it's just a sympathy game to further increase his money bag. Any person with the slightest knowledge of bodybuilding and fitness could understand he was on the sauce big time, and yet he bullshitted his way through all the major podcasts and YouTube channels. And for people asking why he lied in the first place, the honest answer to that would be to secure the bag. That is giving his customers false hope and thereby ripping them off. Fuck this guy. 1,600 likes, not bad. The other day it was all backwards. This is like preemptive PR control. I still have no clue what's happening, but I can assume by the comments that the mass didn't come from the kinds of supplements he sells to his followers. Laughing crying face. BS, admitting after you are caught is not integrity. 7,700 likes. Yes! And I didn't like the fact that James Smith said this. Fair play for doing this vid. Still a savage. I feel Liver King and full transparency can be more powerful role model for primals than the Liver King plus a lie. Big up. Come on, James. Is he a savage or is he just a juicehead who's capitalised on be a fake natty? Come on, Jesse James. I stand by you, LK. Keep helping millions. Seems like it's the verified ones who are supporting him. But as I said at the start of this video, this problem's much deeper than the Liver King shit. I've done a TikTok and an Instagram reel about this the other day. There's so many 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old lads out there with either insane genetics or who are on gear and they're lying about it. Fake natties in order to sell you supplements and training programs. This is not just Liver King who's doing this. This is the fitness industry's big, dirty, dark secret. They're all doing it. You don't understand how much money can be made by doing this. There's fitness influencers out there who are making 50, 60, 80 grand a month and pretending that they're natural. There's fitness influencers out there who aren't even qualified, who've never picked up a book. Look at all them gym books up there and more over here that you can't see. Never read a research paper and they've just downloaded the Push Pull Legs program online, got on the gear and then took that program, made their own version of it and they're now selling it to you 40, 50 quid a go. Link in my bio for my training programs. When secretly they don't know what they're talking about, but because they're on gear and they've got good genetics, anything works for them. You got to be careful who you trust. It's not just Liver King, it's thousands of them who are doing this. I've been in the fitness industry for 11 years. I know how it works. Everyone stays hush hush about it. Here's the thing, if we can get me famous enough, which I'm on a run now, 2023 is my year. Me TikTok's blowing up, me Instagram's gonna get popping, and we're gonna start pushing this YouTube channel. When I'm famous, I'm up for a YouTube boxing event with one of these fake natty fitness influencers. How good would that be, eh? We got Shaun Jones, the one who's natty, 75 kilos, 5'10", against the juiced up 6 foot, 85 kilogram lad. Bring me anyone. I think that's what we're gonna push for in 2023. I do want to have a fight next year, so let's set it up. But anyway, stop believing these fake natty shitty influencers. Instead, check out my Natural Physique Academy down below. It's an 8-week muscle program showing you how to build muscle naturally with bad genetics as an ectomorph hard gainer. So if you really struggle to build muscle, then check out that program. I've condensed my 11 years of knowledge and training hundreds of people in person and all my research over the last decade into this program. Okay, make sure you subscribe and I'll see you on the next one.